The slow road to Spain, a transatlantic crossing on the Carnival dream. Seeking a longer adventure in a new part of the world, we jumped on a unique offer from Carnival, a 15-day transatlantic crossing aboard the Dream. Usually found sailing from Galveston to the Caribbean, the ship was headed for Barcelona, meaning we had a vast stretch of open ocean and plenty of sea days ahead of us. We knew the cruise was adults only, but we didn't realize it was also a casino cruise. As non-gamblers, we weren't sure why we received the offer, but while the casino was a central theme of the voyage, we found plenty to enjoy without ever placing a bet. Our deluxe ocean view cabin on Deck 1 was perfectly situated midship. This location proved ideal for minimizing motion as we crossed the deep Atlantic. While we never encountered truly rough seas, we did experience 8 to 10-foot swells for a few days. On a ship this size, that creates a rhythmic rocking motion that makes walking a bit of a balancing act. We used sea bands and the occasional over-the-counter pill as a precaution, but we found our sea legs within the first day or two of the Central Atlantic portion of our trip. The cabin itself featured a bath and a half, one full bathroom with a shower and a second with a tub/shower combo and sink. While clearly designed for families with children, we certainly appreciated having the extra space and 2 sinks to ourselves. The journey east required 7 one-hour time changes. We adjusted to the first 2 on the way to Bermuda, but the real challenge was the 5-in-a-row stretch that followed. Losing an hour of sleep every single night left the ship full of people desperate for morning coffee and afternoon naps. I felt truly sorry for the crew, who continued to smile and serve without complaint through it all. Dining and connection. Because this was a special repositioning cruise, Carnival provided an enhanced menu featuring lobster and prime rib or other special dishes nearly every night. While the main dining room was good, we eventually found ourselves craving simpler fare. Between the grand buffet and the specialized spots for burgers, pizza, barbecue, Italian, and Mexican food, we never struggled to find a great meal. During the trip we met many lovely people, and it was great to see fellow passengers planning group excursions together as we neared land. Exploring the ports. Our first stop was Bermuda. Since it was a cool day and our time was limited, we stuck to the Royal Naval Dockyard area to explore the shops and historical sites. It's a beautiful spot, and we'd love to return, in season, to see more of the island. Then, after a full week at sea, it was land ho, as we approached Gibraltar. It was a highlight of the trip to stand on deck and see land appear in the distance on both sides of us as we entered the straits. At one point, Africa was actually closer to us than Europe. Since the aerial tram to the Rock was being rebuilt, we decided that simply seeing the massive landmark from the city was enough. We spent our time exploring the streets crowded between the Rock and the sea, visiting the lighthouse, one of the southernmost points of the European continent, before grabbing a snack at Casemate Square and navigating the bustling Main Street. Next was Malaga, Spain, a city rich with visible history. It was fascinating to see the 1st century Roman theatre sitting directly below the 8th century Moorish Alcazaba. However, our personal highlight was dropping in on a worship service at the Malaga Christian Center to join fellow believers in an English-speaking service. In Alicante, we visited the Castel de Santa Barbara. A street-level elevator takes you most of the way up the mountain, though reaching the very top still requires a bit of a climb. The effort was well worth it for the panoramic views of the ocean on one side and the city against its mountain backdrop on the other. Stretch. We woke up the next morning in Barcelona, but with a massive tech conference filling the city, we opted for a change of scenery. We caught a high-speed train to Madrid, where we stayed at the Hotel Moderno, just steps from the iconic Puerta del Sol. We spent our final days dodging crowds, photographing the Royal Palace, and exploring the Catedral de Santa Maria. We couldn't leave without trying the famous churros and chocolate at Chocolateria San Ginés or wandering through the historic Mercado de San Miguel, a food lover's paradise dating back to 1916. All good things must end, and on Thursday morning, we boarded a 10-hour flight back to Texas, reversing in half a day the distance that had taken us 15 days to cruise. It was truly a memorable trip. While we occasionally wished for more time in each port, the hospitality and amenities of the dream made the trade-off worthwhile. Tips for the eastbound transatlantic traveler. 1. Plan for the afternoon siesta. The 5-in-a-row time change is a physical marathon. Since you lose an hour every night, don't fight the fatigue. A planned 45-minute afternoon nap is a good way to bridge the gap so you can still enjoy dinner and the evening's entertainment without crashing. 2. Embrace the casino offers, even if you don't gamble. Repositioning, casino cruises often offer much lower base fares to get people on board. You aren't required to gamble, so take the deal and use the savings for excursions or specialty dining. When people are filling the casino, there are relatively empty and quiet spots to be found. 3. The tasting menu strategy. Treat a long cruise as a scouting mission. Use the limited port time to find places you love, like the local church in Malaga or the squares in Madrid, and then plan a future land-based trip to dive deeper into those specific spots. Adding 5 to 7 days of land travel after your cruise before flying home is a great way to solve the "wish we had more time" feeling. We have other trips in mind, so stay tuned till next time. The